Hey guys, I am apologizing again for my absence. I was experiencing a bit of a burnout, which is common amongst content creators. But anyways, if you guys are curious to know what's been going on behind the scenes and where I've been, you can stick around. But if you're just here to watch the main part of the video, you can skip to this part right here and just don't worry about me and enjoy the rest of the video. But for those of you who do care and are curious as to what I've been up to during this break that I've been taking, yeah, I had a bit of a burnout, and this one was a bit different as I was starting to come to terms with my ADHD. For those of you who don't know, I suffer from ADHD, and it's been one of the things holding me back from my full potential when it comes to being creative or doing anything at all. It's very similar to how Markiplier described his case with ADHD, having everything set in place to start a project, even if it's something that you love doing, even if it's something you want to do, but you just can't do it because your brain is either exhausted of all of its dopamine to reward you for doing so, or, you know, it's just painful to push yourself to do it when you know you're not lazy and you want to do it. So that's the case for me. That's why most of my projects have always had this weird delay, or have always seemed like I was picking up a new project without finishing the one that I'm currently on. Aside from that, what I've been doing while taking this break, you guys may have noticed I've been making gaming videos. I've had fun doing that, and it's actually been quite a good reset for me, but I do understand that this channel isn't necessarily a gaming channel. And so, with that being said, for any of you who have watched my Let's Plays or gaming videos, I finally took your advice and I've started my own Battington Gaming Channel. This is going to be the channel where I primarily upload gaming videos where I play everything from FNAF fan games to anything else in between. So if you guys are excited about that and you're interested, go ahead and subscribe to the Battington Gaming Channel and check out what I got so far. I'll be doing a lot more fan games, and you guys can give me all the suggestions that you want about which fan games to play or any other games that you are interested in watching me play. Other than that, I've also been working on cosplay more. Cosplay has always been a bit of a hobby for me. I've done cosplay for many years, and only recently decided that during my break from all my projects, I would pick up yet another project where I made an entire Freddy head. Yeah, I made a big Freddy head to wear to conventions or to any event that involved FNAF, or even just for fun, because I always wanted my own cosplay Freddy head to put on display or to wear, and it came out great. I am very happy with it. I'm not happy with the weight. It's quite heavy. I'm gonna probably make another one where it's a bit lighter, and who knows what I'll do from there. If you guys are ever curious about anything that I'm doing outside of YouTube whenever I'm taking these little hiatus, you can go to my Instagram or my TikTok. I upload there whenever I'm absent and have nothing else to do or nothing major to do. So go ahead and follow my Instagram and my TikTok and, you know, get up to date on anything outside of YouTube. With that being said, I do appreciate you guys for being patient, and I do understand that, you know, I've been lacking a bit, but I'm gonna get back on the horse and we're gonna solve this whole ADHD thing together, so that way I can give you guys more content to watch and more stories of mine will be told. But for now, we can focus on the main part of this video, which is that in honor of the Backrooms, I decided to recreate liminal space photos that I found on the internet using Blender. So for starters, we're going to try to recreate this image that I found on Pinterest, which upon further inspection is unfortunately made by AI. But that's okay, because we're going to be replacing it anyways. It's unfortunate that a lot of the liminal space photos that you'll find on the internet nowadays end up being made by an AI, because I would have really loved to see places like this actually being photographed by real people, or at the very least made by a real person. In this case, I'm recreating it so that way it will be made by a real person, but I guess I can kind of see why someone would think to use an AI to generate liminal space photos, and whether that's they're utilizing how much it understands in lighting and realism in photography because it's pulling from actual photos in real life, or they're utilizing how little it understands in architecture and room layout to give that weird, obscure feeling that liminal space photos give us, similar to the Backrooms. Whatever the case is, I really suggest that anyone who wants to create some liminal space photo and don't feel like going out and finding it in real life, maybe try making it, whether it's through Photoshop or Blender, maybe drawing it, maybe even creating little miniatures. You guys would kill in making videos about making miniature dioramas of liminal space areas. It would be so unique and so refreshing to see stuff like that from real artists, and I definitely would watch hours of people recreating or making their own version of a liminal space photo. In this case, I was going off of whatever the AI was trying to do in its nonsensical layout and actually make it feel a bit more tangible, a bit more grounded, while also keeping that abstract feel. There are these two hallways, one that has a stairwell that leads up to, well, we don't really know, and another one that has two ways that you could go, one that should be leaking into the room with the stairwell, but it kind of seems like it keeps going on, and the other way that probably leads to nowhere as well. Then there's this big pool in the center that has a bunch of crystal clear caustics in the water that I don't really know where the light for the caustics would be coming from, but I guess that's part of the challenge. We're going to try to figure out a way to create that inside of Blender. I at least want to make a render that you can actually look at for a while and notice new details, or at least see details, because with AI, the longer you look at it, the more details you notice that are kind of messed up or don't really work as well. One of the benefits to doing these kind of videos where I take a shot and I actually try to recreate it in Blender is that I get to exercise a lot of my understandings on environmental design, environmental lighting, environmental texturing, and everything else in between to kind of get a practice for some of my videos, which I would actually love to do somewhat of a Backrooms short film that is very similar to Cane Pixel without taking too much inspiration. Maybe instead of utilizing that yellowish wallpaper that we're all familiar with when it comes to the backrooms, maybe I can come up with a new type of level or a new type of backroom that hasn't really been explored upon, because I feel like with the concept of the backrooms, you should be having a lot more variety in what the backrooms should look like. As a baseline, I completely understand using the original backrooms photo as the base for what people call level 1 of the backrooms, but just if you were to wander anywhere in the backrooms, you can always find that yellowish repeating pattern wallpaper and the carpets and the, you know, the fluorescent ceiling lights, and that would be the baseline for what a backrooms is. What the majority of the backrooms is consists of that. But I think it would also be cool to incorporate other types of baselines that are very similar, maybe like with a red carpet or with a different type of wall pattern, or maybe even take inspiration from different places such as hotels and theaters. Theaters would be a great type of backrooms to do with the very Victorian gilded style of the decor along the walls and even the crowning on the walls would be really neat. I might have to write this down for a future video, which would make a lot of sense because, I mean, spoilers ahead if you have not seen the backrooms, because I'm going to talk quite a bit about it, but a lot of people seem to utilize the yellow wallpaper or the typical backrooms that we think of a lot instead of really going beyond what we could see in a backroom scenario, because everyone technically has their own backrooms that is manifested through their memories, through nostalgia, and all of that could contribute to not just the props or the furniture or the scenes that you see within the backrooms, but also the actual baseline for the wall, ceiling, and floor, while still being this big labyrinth. Like, there's other places that I've seen in terms of like backrooms levels, such as the pool rooms, which is a great second to the traditional backrooms that we think of, with all the tiles and the actual indoor pool idea is a great uncanny valley in the liminal space, because I've seen a lot of indoor pools and they try to decorate it as if it's an outdoor pool with like these fake plants, or they have just very poor lighting that makes it all feel like very claustrophobic or stuffy, and it's great. It's a great example for like a second addition to what to expect inside the backrooms. But on top of that, I've also seen play areas, which is another good one, because if we're going based on memories, having these big indoor jungle gyms is a great third. Fourth, I don't really know what a fourth would be. Maybe I haven't, looked into backrooms too much to know like all the different types of levels, but I don't really care about the whole level thing. I feel like it really just came about when people wanted to extend upon it in their own way. But I guess if I were to contribute to that, I'd say the theater aesthetic is a great one for liminal spaces. I have seen like car garages. That's an okay one. I feel like it's a little stale. It's a little bland. Maybe it could be like, I don't know. Definitely old-fashioned, either McDonald's or Burger King. Like if you've seen like a retro McDonald's, Burger King interior, hell, even like a Taco Bell. Like when they used to have like between the all the different seats, the divider, they had these like fake potted plants. Like there used to be like fake greenery indoors that added to like the 80s kind of aesthetic, or even utilizing colors like cyan and magenta, which this photo kind of utilizes. But like if we're thinking 80s, like the whole whole dull cyan, dull magenta color combination, and especially beige and brown. If you're going retro, if you're going like 80s, authentic 80s, 90s was very beige and brown. Dull colors, dull greens. Hell, having like a dull or a dark green carpet. Ooh, I got it. I know the perfect type of backrooms, which is an 80s basement with like the wood board walls and the greenish carpet. If you've ever seen a photo, like I don't know if I can put a photo here, but like these types of backrooms would be perfect. That's probably what mine would be. I lied. I just lied. That would not exist in my backrooms because that's not a part of my memory at all, but I yearn to have that kind of basement. I don't know why. Anyways, so you might see me messing around in Blender with a couple different add-ons. Mind you, this is not a tutorial, but you can kind of see that I work with a lot of different tools. I work with modeling packs that have a ton of different assets to use. I use a Blender kit for textures and assets. I use Sketchfab as well, and I use Grunge to create all these different like dirt and sleeky ceilings on the walls. But with that being said, time for the final reveal, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is where we started. Here's the viewport just to see how simple the scene actually is. And finally, our final result. So, how'd we do? Let me know how I did. This was actually pretty fun to do. I enjoyed working with the caustic lighting to kind of figure out how the pool should look. I added the beach ball and the wet floor sign as a bit of detail, along with the railing to go into the pool, the little ladder. But I like this a lot more. I didn't know if I was gonna like this compared to the AI generated image, maybe just because I couldn't capture realism. But I enjoy this a lot. I had a lot of fun making this, and I might make more of these in the future, hopefully with more real photos. But you know, if they're AI, I'm okay with replacing them as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.